You're a deaf child. How do you communicate with your deaf child? Use sign. You can use ASL or any other signed languages. You know that it's really important to communicate with your child about safety, but sometimes we have concerns how to start that conversation with your child. What appropriate words, what signs? How do you have an appropriate conversation based on your child's age? It can be hard sometimes. Luckily, there's a lot of online examples and different resources you can pick from for your child. I have another example for you, this book. This book is called I Said No, and it really relates with child sexual abuse. And this book is really good because you can start a conversation with your child, you can read this book together, you can have this conversation, and you can develop a better idea about safety and the concept of child sexual abuse. Over 90% of people who abuse children, typically the child knows who they are. Maybe it's somebody they trust, someone from home or from school. It really depends. It's really important for you to have conversations with your child, and these conversations really have to be about concrete examples. Some concrete examples could be like situations that apply to your child's life and real life scenarios. Like maybe your brother wants to play a game with you, but it doesn't feel comfortable. In that situation, what do? What's your best response? It's also really important to talk to your child about boundaries. For example, sometimes people want hugs or people want different kinds of touches that are not comfortable. We have to teach our children how to say, please, no thank you. Teach them those boundary concepts, that their body is their body. Some cultures are fine with touch. They like hugs, and we need to understand their cultural attitudes. It's really important for you to teach your child how to say no. Saying no to adults sometimes can be hard. It feels uncomfortable, maybe not sure. It feels like there's a power difference. Can I even say no? We have to teach our children different ways to show that they're not comfortable and gain the respect from adults. A really important part of teaching your children about body boundaries is being okay with naming and labeling the different body parts. We really don't want to be confused with secrecy and not talking about our body. And we really want to know that it's okay, that these are part of your body boundaries. And it's also part about body positivity. It'll help your children develop body positivity later, knowing that this is my body and being okay with it. An important part to remember to prevent child sexual abuse is to make sure you know the difference between good and bad touch. And that really teaches children to respect their body boundaries and respect other people's body boundaries. For example, good touch is part of consent. Your child has to give someone permission to hug them or kiss them. They have to feel comfortable in order for someone to touch the child. It's important to teach your child consent now because later it will help them develop better understanding about body boundaries for their own body boundaries as well as other people's body boundaries. Bad touch is when an older person touches a child, their body parts, or when the child touches an older person's body parts. And that's really not a comfortable touch. So it's important that the child understands what's wrong with a bad touch and be able to recognize what a bad touch is. This is not a good touch, and be aware of that. It's really important for a child to be able to talk to you about anything that's uncomfortable. Any touches that they experience that are uncomfortable, it's part of their comfortability level. When your child does talk to you, you want to make sure you don't become angry and that you just listen and you talk to them. This can be confusing for young children because sometimes adults are required to touch, maybe change their clothes or different things. A child might feel confused with those kinds of touches, what's acceptable. For example, going to the doctor is really important that your child knows that that's a different kind of touch. When a doctor examines your body, they're making sure you're healthy. Anytime your child might feel uncomfortable at the doctor, make sure you listen, you understand, and you support them through it. Other ways to teach your child about safe body boundaries is good secret and bad secret. Good secret, for example, is your family's holding a surprise birthday party. The child learns what a secret means, but it's a good secret because you get to surprise your family member whose birthday it is. A bad secret means don't tell your parents, don't tell anyone you trust, don't tell anyone what happened, and it's taking away your experience. Now it's time to talk about deaf culture. It's important to be aware that deaf people have different ways of expressing themselves, different ways of saying hello, different ways of getting somebody's attention. For example, if a deaf person is on the other side of the room, you're going to wave your hands up in the air to get their attention, or you're going to walk over and touch their leg, maybe tap their leg, tap their shoulder. There's a lot more reliance on touch. So it's important to teach your deaf child that that's okay as a cultural part, but also it's really important to know and understand what good and bad touch is. As parents, it's really important for you to discuss with your children about body boundaries because you will teach them good communication, but also being able to be comfortable talking to you in the future about sexual abuse or uncomfortable touches. Really, communication is the best prevention. Our next video, we will discuss what to do if you suspect sexual abuse.